Do you know that Dame Edna died?
As a breakthrough performer there.
And the sense of humour between two ferns could not be without Dame Edna. Martin Short's Glimpy Glimp, whatever name he played, would not exist without Dame Edna. All them little snappy, little sassy little characters they've got, however, could not happen without Dame Edna. She is the originator. I loved her. I loved her. I'm so sad. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are on the globe. I'm Meganne, bringing to you Fur by the Minute, the Fluff, the Raw, and sometimes the Ruff. In this week's Fur, Ebola calls out cats, a cold-blooded outlaw, don't be a breedist, Detoxed Doggy, Reptile Raid, and our producer's picks of the week. And here's a message from our sponsor, Replenish. These dog supplements restore vital nutrients and hydration lost during work or exercise. Replenish keeps pooches at the top of their game. Check out these Pawsome products at the link below. First up, former NBA star Charles Barkley shocked feline fans when he said cats aren't real pets. Charles made the remark at halftime during a playoff game between the Denver Nuggets and Minnesota Timberwolves. He barked it in response to his co-host Kenny Smith mentioning he has a cat. Charles did say that he does not dislike cats and that old ladies have them. There were many responses on social media, including those in agreement and disagreement, while Will Liu tweeted, well, his name is Charles Barkley. Okay, I'll make my way out. So Charles Barkley, I think you suffer from toxic masculinity. You wanted to say real men don't have cats. That's what you really wanted to say. You instead said only old ladies have them. Really, only old ladies? I do recall myself having a cat when I was, 5 years old, and then having another one when I was 8, and then having 2 other ones when I was 13 and 14. So I don't know what you're talking about. Meanwhile, an outlaw on holiday. Theranos CEO Elizabeth Holmes was spotted on a walk with her family after a last-minute appeal postponed her 11-year prison sentence for fraud that was set to begin on April 27th. Holmes was proven to be guilty of providing false data reports and false advertising for blood testing, as well as a number of lawsuits that shut down Theranos in 2018. She is now out on bail while the court considers her case, and photos from the Daily Mail show her making the most of her time with her husband and 2 daughters before her prison sentence begins. She's a cheeky little one for having 2 children while she was about to go to jail. It's as if she said, they're not going to put a mother of 2 in jail. No, they certainly will. They certainly will. Next stop, a win for all breeds. A 33-year-old ordinance prohibiting certain types of dogs is set to fall in Miami-Dade, Florida. Fur correspondent Julie is following the story and spoke to animal advocate and Pitbull mother Dahlia about her helping make a difference. Julie?
That's right, Meganne. A bill that would take away the last remaining public housing restrictions against dogs based on breed, weight, and size is heading to Governor Ron DeSantis' desk. If it is signed, the legislation would strip away prohibition on pit bulls and any other remaining county and municipal ordinances. For years, the bill has won Senate approval only to fail in the House. I spoke to animal rights activist Dahlia about how her own harrowing experience saving her pit bull years ago was the catalyst for her fight for all fur babies. She teamed up with key rescue advocates and her nonprofit's board members. They effectively pushed back against this breed-specific barrier for public housing residents and got that W for the dogs.
It's heartbreaking. It is stupid. You know, this is canine discrimination at its best. We wouldn't do this to another human being. Well, some of us would, but we wouldn't. So why are we doing it to our best friends, our 4-legged family members? They made a mistake. They pissed the shit out of me, and you don't want to do that. And so we started the Miami Coalition against breed-specific legislation. People started coming out of the woodwork because they had no answers, nowhere to go as to what was happening with their dogs. It's been since 2007 or so. We made quite a bit of strides. Well, the ban is still here until the Governor DeSantis signed it into law. In Florida, and I know throughout the nation, there's an epidemic of people dumping dogs. Rescues are full to the hill. Shelters are over capacity. The rescue's funding is limited. The fact that people can take to public housing facilities their animals with them is going to save so many lives. This is a joyous event, not only for Floridians or for Miamians, but across the world, because we just lifted the hardest Pitbull ban in the world.
Dahlia says her work isn't done. She is ready to continue the fight for all dog breeds here in the U.S. and across the world.
This says it all right? This is from the Muttly crew. Don't be a breedist. Just don't. I think what she's doing is a huge service, because at the end of the day, it's really how they're raised. Next up, a healing hound. Toodles the poodle was found unresponsive and suffering from a drug overdose in a Philadelphia suburb before he was rescued by the SPCA. Veterinarians used emergency Narcan to revive him, and the pup has made a full recovery. The Philadelphia Police Department and the SPCA's animal law enforcement team are investigating this case. Well, I'm glad the dog was saved. I'm really glad. I just hope this dog does not now have a dependence and have to go through rehab and withdrawal symptoms. Like, that's horrible. Next up, a rescued reptile. The animal care and control team of Philadelphia rescued an 8-foot-long and 127-pound alligator named Big Mac from a basement after his owner's ex-wife called to get the reptile removed. The anonymous couple had Big Mac since 2011 when he was just a baby. No animal cruelty charges were filed since the ACCT wants to encourage struggling exotic animal owners to reach out for help. Big Mac is now safe and comfortable and will soon be traveling to his forever home in Jupiter Alligator and Wildlife Sanctuary in Florida. Irresponsible. You liked it when it was a baby, but the moment it got big, it was annoying. And because you got divorced, you wanted to get rid of it. But what? It got big while you were still married. Why didn't you get rid of it then? Next up, our producers picked their favourite videos of the week. Here we have the Pet Collective on YouTube with some funny farm animals. Oh my god. Oh.
It's trying to headbutt me, bro.
That's a goat butt. Oh, wait.
Hi, Stuart. Yes!
Look at them teeth. Don't tease the goat like that. Oh, the cute little goat. He's going to fall in. He's going to fall in. Yup, fell in. Oh, look at the kid. You know, they're called kids. Yeah, look at it, look at it. Oh, they're scratching each other's butts. That's cute. Oh, look. They spit. That's what they do. That's what they do. Oh, that's a billy goat. And this is TikTok user at AFV official.
Don't touch him.
I need gloves.
Don't touch him.
I have to help him. Give me something to get him out.
Get a board. Yeah, put the chair.
I'm saving you.
Oh, the little squirrel. Be careful, it might attack you. It might not understand you're trying to save it.
Let me save you.
But she's
Thank you.
yelling at him. And that's a wrap for us this morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are on the globe. I'm Meganne. Be sure to sniff out the latest headlines you need to know from the Pandemic Network, brought to you by the Muttly crew. And if you have story suggestions or feedback, please leave a comment. Subscribe, share, and like to the Muttly crew channel on YouTube for fur and other pawsome entertainment. Like, I'm hungry now. Fucking Big Mac, man. Shit. Please understand that King Charles is the one that really got the world's attention when it comes to organic produce.
Have you looked at the copy today?
No, I was busy talking about King Charles, but Guess I ought to do that. Why wasn't I full screen? I was doing a rant. Why was I not full screen? I like my rants full screen.